Let's talk about hybrid chords. Hybrid chords are a great strategy to help create a more nostalgic, ambiguous, and impressionistic sound in your harmony. They're essentially chords that have a seemingly unrelated note in the bass line. Now, creating hybrid chords is simple enough. Just start with a simple chord like this one, C major 7. Next, you'll want to figure out what tensions are available for you to work with. This is simple enough. Just use the add-skip strategy we learned in the last video on jazz chords. In this case, since we're working with C major 7 from the key of C major, we have the 9th and 13th available to us as tensions. Step number 3 is to simply remove the 3rd. This has a massive impact because the 3rd is one of the most important notes in a chord. The 3rd is what determines if a triad is a major or minor chord, and it's responsible for the emotional identity of your harmony. Removing it removes a lot of the context surrounding your chord's sound and results in something like an impression of the original emotion rather than the actual emotion itself. The last step is to use any of the chordal tones or tensions other than the root or 3rd to spell out a completely different chord. If we take a look at the remaining notes, we can see what we can do with them. We have a 5th, which is G, the 7th, which is B, and tensions 9 and 13, which are D and A, respectively. Personally, I'm going to throw out the 13th and just keep the 5th, 7th, and 9th, which spell out a G major triad. Spelling these out over our root makes it look like we have a G major triad with an unrelated C in the root. If we try this over a D minor triad, we can use the 7th, 9th, and 11th to spell a C major over D. Or we could use the 5th, 7th, and 9th to create what looks like an A minor over D. The choice is up to you and what kind of sound you're trying to create. This is a great strategy for adding a bit of color and dissonance to your chord progressions. You can apply it to specific chords and moments where you want a little extra crunch. Or you can go all out and create an entire chord progression using only hybrid chords. I hope you found this helpful. If you're interested in learning more about using hybrid chords in your harmony, I recommend checking out the link in the description of this video. Until next time, keep studying, keep working hard, and keep writing new music.